Hey buddies, Puggy here, coming at you another Borderlands 3 video. Today I'm going to be showing you this trick that basically gives you 0 action skill cooldown, which is actually really insane and very useful to do. You can use it with any Vault Hunter, with any character at all, any setup with any build. All you're going to need is just one skill, and I'll show you in a few moments. But before we get into the meat and potatoes, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You have no idea how much it helps me out, and let's get into it.
Legendary? Whoa! No way, dude!
So this trick has actually been known in the community for a while, and I actually didn't know about this. So due to the fact that I didn't know about it, I thought I'd share the knowledge and tell you guys how to actually do it. It's actually really simple. The only requirement that you're going to need to get is 50 points into the Hunter skill tree, because you're going to need 50 Guardian rank tokens in the Hunter skill tree to get topped off. Every single time your shield is full, your action skill cooldown rate is actually going to increase to a very high rate. It basically makes your cooldowns come back like 2 times faster. That's the only thing you're going to need. Just to show you the fact that this works with just that and nothing else, I unequipped literally every single thing that we need. The only thing that you do need is any shield. So you need to make sure that this perk is enabled right now, and any type of shield. Just to show you the raw power of this trick, I am using Moze right here, which has arguably the longest cooldown in the entire game. I'm pretty sure it is the longest cooldown in the entire game, approximately 35 seconds. So I'm going to go in here. We're going to just use all our fuel real quick, and I'll cut to when we use all our fuel, and then we'll look at our action skill cooldown and see how long it actually takes us to get there. So we just depleted all our fuel. You'll see on the bottom right, it's slowly, gradually going up. Now, with the topped off trick that I showed you, we can actually make that come back in just 1 second, or just like nearly 0 seconds. There's no cap to this trick, so we could infinitely increase our action skill cooldown rate till it's 0. So I'm going to go to this thing, buy any shield. It doesn't matter which one you buy. I'll buy a white, just for the comical reasons. There's no whites, we'll grab a green. Now what I'm going to need to do is go all the way to the new use station, and we're just going to have to respec our skill tree. Now I don't know why respecing our skill tree is the trigger for this, but if you respec your skill tree while you have topped off activated, it's going to proc again, and it can stack forever and ever and ever until you save quit. So we're going to wait till our action skill is back. There we go, it's back. We know it takes 35 seconds, so I'm going to do this. You do need to make sure that you spend 1 skill tree point at least, because then it says that you cannot respec, which I honestly forgot about. So I'm going to put 1 point in here. We're going to respec here. We're going to spend skill tree point. We're just going to do that again over and over and over. Of course, this is a decent way to use your money, since there's no reason to use money in the game at all otherwise. Because most of the time, at least with my characters, I have so much money in the game where I don't really know what to do with it. So I'm just going to do this a couple times. It's not going to cost a lot. You'll forever be able to do this due to the fact that respecking only takes a percentage of the money that you have. So there's never going to be a point that you can't respec unless you have $0. So this is going to be available no matter how rich or poor your Vault Hunter is. And I believe that was about 6 respecs. And let's go see how fast our bear comes back if we use all of our fuel. I'll cut to that point in a few moments here. All right, we're about to spend all our fuel here. I just spent it, and then let's look at our action skill cooldown. Iron Bear's back in 5 seconds. That's really good. So if we keep doing this over and over and over, we could get our action skill to basically be 0 seconds. Which basically means that we have 0 action skill cooldown, which is a very easy glitch. It's not hard at all, and getting 50 Guardian ranks is not hard at all, and putting it into survival, once again, it's not hard at all to accomplish this trick. So it is a very versatile trick, and there's a few things that you can actually use this to abuse, as I'll show you right now. So let's switch over to Zane real quick. So if you guys are familiar with this build, this is pretty much my Nova build that allows Zane to deal 750 million damage per Nova with the Nova burner, and that build can actually deal more DPS in total with this trick, because we can get Mantis Cannon, which normally is at 5 charge and then takes a couple of seconds to come back. We can get that to come back in basically like a millisecond. So I'm going to real quick respec a bunch, and then we're going to see myself spamming it constantly. And I'm going to show you some other applications you can use for this that allows you to deal near infinite damage. So I'll show you in a few moments. Alrighty, buddies. So pretty much I just did the topped off glitch for about 50 times, I think. I didn't count, honestly, But now that we have it all the way here, we can constantly spam our action skill. And even if we wanted to, we could in theory do even further, so it caps out at 5. But right now we're constantly using our action skill and we're not going down at all. Well, we're going down to 2. I could potentially use the top off glitch even more, but I'm gonna stop doing that because that's a bit of a seizure warning I might need to put there because that was a bit much. But right there, we could in theory like do infinite damage now with our Novas, which is really, really cool. There's this one trick that's very, very clever with the top off glitch with the Mantis Cannon. Pretty much since we're getting our Mantis Cannon back constantly, we can actually use our action skill end of any kind with any shields. And there's actually this one shield by the name of 0.M, and I'm actually going to real quick grab that weapon. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to save quit because I don't have it on this character or in my bank. So I'm just gonna have to real quick grab it and then I'll showcase what you can do with it. It's really, really cool. Now that I'm back here with the version 0.0, pretty much what this trick does is that while in combat, every single time your shield breaks, it's going to drop a red circle with the version 0.M. So this circle is actually stackable and it lasts for 6 seconds, which is really, really cool. Due to the fact that this circle does stack, if I were to use the top off glitch, once again, that I fortunately did not actually do right now, we could technically get infinite damage increases with having a bunch of circles underneath us. So that allows us to basically just deal tons and tons of damage. So I'm going to real quick use the topped off glitch just so we can get infinite damage real quick. And then I'm going to come back here. And while I'm setting this up for you guys to see, basically you can do this setup with any character. You could, like, in theory, use any action skill start to spam with any character. Of course, Zane would probably do it best because of the way that Mantis Cannon ability works. But you could basically use this to have infinite phase cast, basically infinite ties that bind, infinite phase slam, infinite iron bear, infinite iron cub, infinite rack tax, like anything. You could do anything you want with the setup. It's really, really cool. The possibilities are endless with this, and I'm really encourage you guys to try this out because it's really, really fun just being able to spam your action skills. Because for me, the funnest part about the game is action skills, and being able to spam them like this is very exciting. And fun fact, before I actually do this, I accidentally saved quit before I could kill Graveward, but I'm really low on my cash, and respecking my skill tree only costs $0 now, which is very, very cool. Just in case you guys, for some reason, don't have any money in the game, you could, in theory, do this trick without any money as well, which is really cool. Now that I have Graveward actually properly on the floor, I'm going to just spam my action skill, and this is pretty much just going to give us infinite damage. Now, if you had a better setup than I do right now, you could basically kill Graveward really, really quickly. Now, this damage might not seem very impressive, but most of your damage from Zane is going to be coming from running really fast. So a lot of that damage was coming from us just standing still, which is very, very insane. If you have a way to basically include movement speed on that, you could do a lot of cool things with it. Of course, there's other setups you could have done. You could have potentially set up a bunch of red circles and then zoom past it and then shoot inside the red circle while also moving really, really fast. But that setup is really, really hard. But we were still able to kill Graveward really, really quickly with this setup, despite us not really moving at all, which is really impressive, like I said before, because a lot of the damage from Zane is from moving fast, and we weren't moving at all there, and we were still able to deal decent damage. Of course, there's better representations of what I'm trying to show here, but basically is that you can get infinite damage due to the red circle stacking, which is very, very nice. And there's a lot of other synergies you can do with active skill starts with other shields, like the infinite Nova spam, like I showed before. But hopefully you guys learned something new from this, and I implore you to discover some fun interactions with it as well. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.
And the last shall be first to immerse in a pass out heat, facing him out with a moxie melt till he woke up drowning in tchotchke hell. War in a cave with a torch on a wall, then a window arrangement of porcelain dolls.